Matt, let's do some
We're
music.
live.
Let's do some music. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Xbox logo, Xbox logo. Some PC stuff. Here's Master Chief. Oh, there's some things. Oh, ding. Hey,
We're here.
greetings,
Way.
welcome. It's Expert Zone Level Up Videocast. It's the Videocast, which is the gaming podcast with video. Oh, I've got an
Yeah.
intro. Are you ready? I wrote it down.
Yeah, go on.
I'm your host, Anna Deathridge, and I am here because I work with Microsoft to help empower every individual and organization on the planet to achieve more, especially through gaming, because it's a gaming videocast, right? Yeah. And I'm joined by Matt. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Hey, everyone. Hey.
God.
Hey. Took us by surprise a little bit, but hey.
Yeah. So it's okay. I think what we've learned for the first 6 minutes of this videocast is that whatever happens, it will all be okay. And even though I'm sweating profusely
right
because the video didn't work, it will all be all right in the end. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Are you okay? Did I ask you that?
I'm fine.
Are you doing all right?
Yeah,
That's
I'm fine, thank you. Are you all right? Are you stopped sweating now?
No, I can feel it. But it's okay. Hey, do you like my branded dungarees? Look at this.
I do. Very nice. I am very jealous.
Already worn by Gregory Nichols. Can you believe it?
What, did he wear them?
Yeah, they're the
and
ones.
Then he gave them to you.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Heard it here first.
Well, we have to have a word with him.
I think we do. We also need to have a word about various other things today on this video cast. We're going to be talking about some cool stuff. Do you want to tell us what we're going to be talking about?
So today I'm very excited because we're going to be talking about a developer that's very close to my heart.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously last week, I think it was the 7th, was Bungie Day.
Yeah.
And now we are going to talk about everything Bungie, the developers, everything that they do, the games they've created, what they're into, and that is what today's videocast is all about.
I'm really excited. I think, firstly, we should probably point out the fact that you're not Tom.
Yeah,
but
I am. Yeah, I'm not Tom. No,
you're not Tom, but you've totally just swam into the videocast hosting seat without any issues whatsoever. Look how comfortable he is. Let's keep you here all the time. I'm joking, Tom. I'm sorry. But I'm excited. I'm really happy to have you here and our guests, because this is going to be an absolute education for me, because I know Bungie as a game developer is awesome. It's an awesome organization, but I don't really dabble in Bungie developed games, so I'm just going to sit back and be educated, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Right, well, get ready. Oh, that actually hurt. Get ready, because we're going to teach you a thing or two.
Good. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Should we get our guests in to save us?
I think we should
from this despair and dismay. Okay, let's go.
So first. I just want to. Can we clarify before we do?
Yeah.
Am I Tom or am I Hannah and you're Tom?
I don't know. I feel like I'm Tom, but I didn't even say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So, do I get to be Tom? Am I allowed without saying that?
Okay, I mean, so just so I know for clarification, because obviously the next bit is I have to then make up like the names that with the letters. So do you get what I mean?
But you're not doing quick fire questions. You're not allowed. That's my.
Well, no. Then you just be Hannah and Tom, and I'll just sit here quietly.
Let's be Hannah and Matt. Let's just do something new. A new chapter. Okay. Let's go. They can't tell us what to do. They can't put us into a Tom box. No. We are our own people.
Yes.
Anyway, moving swiftly on, let's introduce some other people. So, do you want to come up with the alliteration? Would you like to?
It'll be my first time, so
please do it.
Who are we going for first?
Whoever you want.
Is it up to me? Do I get to pick?
Yeah, you just choose.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, can we have a virtual round of applause and be upstanding as long as you're wearing bottoms? For the one, the only, the jubilant, I'm out of J's.
Jolly.
The jolly, jubilant. Somebody guessed from Intel. It's Jess, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jess.
It's Jessica Jane. Woo.
That was amazing. Thanks.
Oh. Jess, what is your favourite descriptive word beginning with J?
That's a difficult one, right?
It is a tough one, to be fair. I don't know how you've done them previously, Hannah, but I don't know what it is that you've even gone for, to be fair.
No, I can't remember either. I usually just go on Bing and I'm like, descriptive words of J, and I just come up with words. They're not from my mind.
I feel like I'm going to be wasting like a lot of time this afternoon doing that now.
Trying to find alliteration words for J.
It's not a waste of time. Jess, so you've been here before on the Videocast, and people watching may think that they know you, but in fact, they don't know you because things have happened and things have changed. And I think you need to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so obviously last time I was here, I was part of the Microsoft field team. However, things have changed slightly now, and I'm actually over at Intel. So I've moved.
What are you doing over there?
So I'm one of the trainers. I say one. I'm the trainer. And I essentially do what you guys do, but for Intel, and it's really exciting. Second week, sorry.
Round of applause.
Thanks.
Round of applause for the
And she's
one
still
and
got
only
time for us.
The one and only Intel trainer. Oh my God, blessed. We are blessed to have you in our presence. And Jess, you play a little bit of Destiny, don't you?
Yeah, so I'm kind of the same as you in the sense of like, there's not many Bungie games that I play. I didn't play the first Destiny. I tried. I couldn't get into it. I hadn't never really touched Halo either, but Destiny 2 is just, I mean, it's epic. No idea what's going on half the time. Don't know what's going on in the story, but I have a really good time when I'm playing it. So
well, I'm going to say let's segue there because we should introduce somebody who knows exactly what's going on in Destiny 2. Let's give us some alliteration, Matt.
So we have saved this gentleman for last purely because there is no man that loves Destiny more than this man. I mean, there probably is a man, but he loves it quite a lot. So please, ladies and gentlemen, be upstanding. Virtual round of applause for the awesome. Got one. The amazing. That's two.
Well done.
The audacious.
Oh, nice one.
Adam Schofield, ladies and gentlemen.
There he is.
Hello.
Hi, Adam.
I'm pretty sure people in my clan will have something to say about me being the biggest Destiny fan because I'm pretty sure they all are bigger than me. I'm just the biggest in our team.
You're the only one we know.
One thing I'm really sad about, though, is that I really need to change the angle of my camera because if I had it perfect, you'd notice that me and Jess basically would have had kind of mics just kind of coming out of the sides.
A dual mic. No. Double mic all the way.
Next time, I'll reorganize my camera and we'll make it look epic. But otherwise, yeah. Hello.
Well, hello. My camera's having a field day as it is. It's just been slipping and sliding and having a great time. So there we go. Adam, are you okay?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm doing all right.
Good.
Should I? I mean, I feel like I should introduce myself. I mean, anyone who's watching has probably seen me before. But, you know, things go on. I am Adam Schofield. I am one of the Windows specialists for the UK and I Evangelist team working on Windows 11 stuff, which is cool and exciting. I remember talking to Tom about this stream ages ago and said, I don't care what's going on, what's happening at the time. I will be on this stream because I want to talk about Destiny and be paid to do it. So,
yes. And you are, and you've graced us with your presence. And we are forever grateful, Adam. Look at us, a team of inspiring individuals. Oh, I'm excited for this. It's going to be good.
I feel like I need to change my pose for that.
Oh, inspiring.
Yeah, inspiring. Check it out.
Point out the fact that obviously we're both wearing dungarees, Hannah, as well. And I'm loving life right now.
Yes, part of the crew. Well, guys, we're all here. We're all present and correct. We've done the register. We've introduced ourselves. Everything's where it needs to be right now. But we're not just going to talk about ourselves. We have things to do. And if you've watched the video before, you will know that the next section of this podcast with video is something that we like to call quick fire questions. Quick fire questions. I shouldn't have doubted you. I knew you were going to do it.
I like how you thought you needed to cue me. Like, come on.
Press the button.
Right.
He knew.
Press it. No, Adam. Now, press it, Adam.
We're good. No one knows. It's fine.
It's okay. But quick fire questions. This is the bit where we get to know our guests a little bit more, and we get to know everybody in the chat a little bit more. So if there is anybody watching, please dive in and say hi, and we can see what's going on, and you can answer our questions too. So we have 4 questions on paper today. I wrote them down. So we have 4 questions just to get to know you guys a little bit more. First thing that comes into your head, let's make it fun and let's make it enjoyable. We will go in the order of Adam, Jess, me, and then Matt.
Oh, alphabetical order, by the way, was it? No, wait, J, H. No, it's not. I ignore that.
Not quite.
No.
Oh, close though. Almost. Okay, so question number 1. Going to Adam first. Would you prefer to be a game developer or a game tester? Would you prefer to develop the game or just play it all the time and then write things down?
That's like asking someone, though, would they rather create their favorite thing or just do their favorite thing? So
exactly.
I don't know. I'd probably go down the testing route. Actually, no, I'd go down the development route if I could. Mainly because, my answers kind of cancelling each other out. I thought I wouldn't be a tester just because I probably wouldn't have the detail to kind of bother feeding back stuff. But then that doesn't really help me as a developer either. So I'd probably be rubbish at both. Let's go developer because it would be interesting.
Okay. Jess, what about you?
See, I feel like it'd be really cool to be able to know how to like make a game. However, the thought of being paid to play games and like test them and get early access to games, that is just, just really cool, isn't it? So, and you might pick things up, I guess, from being a tester, maybe. You can have the insider knowledge to be able to ask people questions. I'm going to go with tester. Yeah. Tester.
Is it me now?
Yeah, it is.
I would probably go. I've just seen Wookie. I want to put Wookiees back up again. So I'm gonna probably go. Oh, it's not showing the chat. Wookie in chat is saying he would go developer, right? I'm gonna go developer too. Purely because I know if I'm a game tester, yeah, I get to play them and it's going to be cool. But then you're there to try and test the game to break it so they can fix it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be playing, and I know for a fact, because I've spoken to people that are in that business, that when you play the game, you find that broken bit. You have to then report that bit, which is cool, right? But then you have to do it all again to try and find that bit again. And then you have to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until eventually they fixed it and it's not broken. So yeah, it would be like a time loop. So I wouldn't be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy with that because I like to play a game, get the story done, and then I'm done. Right, it's cool. So I think the creative bit, creating the game for other people to break, that's the cool thing. You've
unlocked a piece of my mind because I didn't even think about that. And it's reminded me of, do you know that point in a game where you die and you don't want to ever go back to that point? Imagine just replaying that over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. However,
I love the reference from Wookie Webster. Sorry, in the chat.
Oh, I've just seen that. That's great. That's great.
Oh my god!
But that's basically what Wookie was saying. Yeah, Wookie's saying it's extremely boring. Imagine walking down a wall, pressing pressing it and doing it 1,000 times over. It's that loop. I just wouldn't be happy with that.
If you look as epic as Doctor Strange does while doing it,
if you've got a cape, if you're testing games and you've got a cape on,
that's
the ultimate. That's what we want to be. Oh, now I can't choose. Now I can't choose because I'd love to be like, oh well, the only reason that this point in this game works is because I found that it wasn't working and then I made it. That's just a really cool flex, isn't it? To be like that. But then at the same time, to develop new games, I don't think I can choose. I have to choose. I'm going to go with developer. I'm going to go with developer.
Mm-hmm.
Solid choice.
Awesome. Question number 2. Okay. If you had to come up with a brand name for a console, new brand name in 30 seconds, because that's all you've got right now, what would you go with? What would you call it? Console's just launched. You can name it. What would you call it?
What would I name a new console?
I'm just saying. A new console.
What, any company? So it's just a console. Doesn't matter what company it is. It's just a console.
It's brand new. You've made it. It's yours.
Okay.
What would you call it?
Oh, I don't know.
I love how Jess was looking around the room like she's playing I Spy.
I'm just trying to look for any inspiration that I can say on stream. So
I'd call it wall plug.
The unspecified crisp can monopolist.
Oh, that's good. No, I like that. Just playing the old monopolist.
Yep.
I like that.
It's the size of a can, and you can play games. So.
There we go. It's invented.
Jesse's still looking.
What about you?
I don't know. So far,
while Jesse's looking.
Moonbat.
While she's looking, Moonbat.
Moonbat's quite cool.
Maybe it could be like, I don't know, like something that shines like the moon, but it's like kind of like the Switch where it's like motion graphics because it's like a bat. Motion graphics, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Moonbat.
I'm invested. I'll give you all the money for 5%.
We've got a backstory, so I'm settling on it.
Yes, I love it. Matt, how about you?
Oh, I was going to go something really cheesy, but I do like Wookie, what he's put in the chat. He's put play box cube.
I like that. It just, what it says
simple.
Yeah,
play box cube. I was going to say something like, I know we've had, in the past, we've had other consoles that sound similar, but something like the Dream Catcher or Dream Maker or, do you know what I mean? Something
Power your dreams.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do, right? When we play games, we go into like a different world and it just creates those dreams for us, right? So, yeah.
Oh God, I didn't even think. Like I wrote these down 3 days ago, and I didn't even think of what my answer would be. Let me channel some creativity. How about
it's so difficult.
The Challenger?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Because every time you play a game on it, it's a challenge.
I
like that. Yeah,
it's not. I don't like that. So I just have to work with it in 2 seconds. I mean, it's better than wall plug. Wall challenge.
Again, Wookie Webster has just put Dreamcatcher. It's good until there's a bug. Then it's a nightmare.
Oh, nightmare catcher.
I like it.
And then he's put, I'll see myself out. So
that's
he's
good.
Gonna leave
I like
now.
it.
Wookie, you're always on the same level as our dry, horrendous humor, so we appreciate it very much. Okay, question number 3. Okay, bear with me on this one, guys. It's one of them. If you could choose between everybody in the world that you ever speak to, who speaks back to you, having the voice of your best friend or the voice of Master Chief, what would you pick?
I'll just shut up.
Well, how much do you value your best friend and their pipes is what
say that again. So would I speak back to someone in my best friend's voice, which is just a completely normal voice?
No, they would speak to you.
Or they would speak to me in their voice.
Yeah, so you went to the shop and bought some crisps, and the person behind the counter would either have your best friend's voice or Master Chief's voice. Anybody you ever speak to?
Well, Master Chief, obviously.
Oh. Who's your best
walk
friend?
Around and just
because they're not your best friend anymore.
Yeah, but he also has a terrible voice, but I'd have to hear it all the time. So,
fair.
This is the point where I'm wondering whether my best mate's watching and whether I'm going to get a message after this. But I think I'd choose his voice because my mate Daz has a very deep, register of a voice, and it's just a great voice. Also, he's a great singer, so that's always good.
Oh, that's
so I
nice.
think I'd pick his. Also, not gonna lie, no idea what Master Chief sounds like.
It's also quite deep. It's quite deep. Hey, maybe Daz could do a Master Chief voice.
How?
Maybe
how have you not heard this?
This is the wrong stream to say that. That's okay. We're gonna learn. During the stream.
Matt's his brain has exploded.
I would really like everyone to have Master Chief's voice. I think it'd be great because it's quite robust and deep and kind of militant. So I'd feel like I was getting stuff done, whatever I was doing, I think.
Yeah, that's it. It's an assertive voice. It's get everything done.
Exactly.
If Boris Johnson sounded like Master Chief, the world would be a different place.
Oh, that's a statement. That's a statement. Let's move on to the last question. If you could go to space and visit any planet from any game, has to be a game planet, what would you choose?
Oh, I can't remember.
Any planet.
Any planet in a game. That was a good question because everyone actually thought about it. They didn't go, eh?
Lovely. Just oh man, I'm gonna keep it on theme. I reckon.
Do it.
Let's go with Europa in Destiny 2. Even though it's a deadly wasteland and I'll probably die within about 5 seconds of standing in it, it's rather pretty. So let's go with that.
I just had to binge my answer, and now I'm regretting everything because there's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce this. But it's the planet that the Wookiees are from in Star Wars.
Oh my god!
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk. Yeah.
Kashyyyk there. That one, please.
That's close to my one. Not in
That's close to
proximity.
my one as well.
Oh, it might be close to my one in proximity. What's yours, Matt?
Mine would be Endor, 100% Endor. Where all the Ewoks live, and they all live in trees, and it's just all nice and green and nice. Obviously, before the Empire did the thing.
I think I'd go to Zepho because it's all like caves and like wonder, and it's a bit scary. I think it'd be really cool because it reminds me of like Tomb Raider and that kind of style stuff, but in the Star Wars universe. And the big bosses when I was playing Fallen Order, they're them big metal crazy guys. I think that'd be really cool.
I like the way we've all gone for Star Wars, apart from
we have.
Apart from me, I stayed on theme. Stayed on.
You
theme.
Did.
You know?
Hey, we did it. We did quick fire questions. Can we have an outro? I'm so sorry. I don't put enough faith in you.
Just keep queuing me up.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, Matt.
Yo.
We've got people in the chat and we haven't said hello.
I know. But obviously the stream's doing its own thing today. Normally we bring them into the chat, but hey, we know you're there. Wookie Webster's here. Vedavet is here. We have M88 as well. Hi, M88. Nice to see you. And Tashin Janabi as well is there in the chat. All saying hello.
Always here.
And welcoming us as we are welcoming you.
Thanks,
nice
guys.
to see you all.
Thanks for putting up with the stream's gone a bit strange today, as you'll notice. We did our own theme tune when we joined, so thanks for putting up with us. We love you. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to try and drop this one in quick. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay, cool.
I can't see it. Now let's get to the. If I was Tom would be like, let's get to the crux of the matter, the crux of the stream. Let's get to the bit that we've all come here for, and that's to talk about Bungie, the game developers. And I'm going to take you on a journey. We've gone on the fact bus. Okay, so strap yourselves in, seatbelts on, please. Always have a seatbelt on, thank you. Adam didn't do that, so Adam, it's your own fault.
Oh,
if
sorry.
Put it on. There we go.
Cool.
Click. There it's in. Okay, we're on the fact bus, so we're on a journey.
Helmet as well. Putting my helmet on.
I don't even have that many facts, but it's okay. Look, we're on a bus. Okay, and the first fact that you will see if you look out the right side of the window, here's a fact. It's that Bungie, the game developers, are an American video game developer, and they were established in 1991, as you can see outside the window. And then we can move over a little bit more down the road, and you will also see that they are well known for titles that we have mentioned, like Halo and Destiny, but they also developed games for the classic Mac OS back in the day, in the 90s, like games like Operation Desert Storm, which sounds cool. And I don't know if anyone remembers that, but that's really cool. And I think that's I've got more facts to give you, but we'll hop off the fact bus and actually have a talk about it, have a talk about Bungie. And I'd like to know from you guys, what is the first Bungie you remember?
Who go in the same order, again.
Yeah? Which bit? All of it.
No, the first one. You cut off me on the end. So the first what now? What?
Game.
The first Bungie title that you remember.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, remember and played are two very different things. So, because I imagine if it's going to be just purely remember, I think the majority of people like watching this will probably say,
let's go remember, because the next question is, what have you played? So let's go with remember.
Let's go remember then. So yeah, it's going to be Halo. I mean, for me, it was a case of like, here's the thing, like Halo, I've never really played a huge amount of, not because I never wanted to, not because I don't like it or anything, just because it's one of those games that kind of passed me by at when I was whatever age. But I always remember seeing stuff about it with the original Xbox and into the 360 and stuff like that. So there was always that intrigue in the back of my mind. It's like, ooh, what's this? So that's the main one for me. It's just, it was always that established IP for Xbox, which Bungie started. So yeah, I guess that would be for me. Now let's count how many times people say Halo.
Well, yeah. Jess, you go next. Go on.
Which Halo?
I'm gonna start with Halo. But yeah, I remember playing Halo like with a school friend. I think I was around at his house and he had an Xbox and he was playing Halo. And I tried it, but there was a weird sound in my ear then. Sorry.
I heard that too.
That was so text odd. Message from the CIA.
Sorry, I think I've just received a fax. Hold on.
Oh dear, that was my memories popping back in.
It's back again.
What is that?
Imagine if we all just start doing things. Maybe we've been taking over our brains.
Maybe.
Are we all in unison if we all like lift our right arm? No.
I did notice though, it happened every time I touched my ear, which was very weird. But yeah, so Halo was like one of the first Bungie games that I played. But I was so like deep into the Skyrim world at the time that I couldn't get into Halo. So I played it this one time at my mate's house and then never touched it again. And then I never played another Bungie game until Destiny 2 had come out, but I bought Destiny, the first one, and I unfortunately played it with someone who didn't want to explain anything about what was happening and just sort of did everything for me, and I didn't enjoy it. But then Destiny 2 found me. So I've answered too many questions in one. Sorry.
That's okay.
Matt!
So I'm going to agree with chat. There's a few people in chat. By the way, Demonic just said hello as well. So I just want to say hello to Demonic. And Lawrence Robinson as well has jumped in. And he said that Bungie are actually taking over the stream. That's what the beeping is. So, yeah. I'm going to agree with chat. Wookie Webster said Oni. Well, now, I was talking to Jess about this earlier. Oni, whichever way you say it, is the game I remember first.
That's the anime style one?
Yeah, but I never played it. It was on PC, and back in the day, I was working in entertainment in the holiday park. So having a gaming PC was just a no-go because I lived in like caravans and chalets and moving about all over the place. So I was jealous of the people that could play it, but I never actually played it. So the first one I remember is that. And that's it. That's me.
Yeah, well, yeah. And for me, I'm just learning because I think I knew that. I think it probably sounds really bad, but I didn't realize that Bungie developed Halo. Not until pretty far down the Halo series, and then they didn't develop Halo anymore. So I think for me, it was Destiny was the first one for me that I realized. Okay, these guys, this is what they do. But I'm learning. I'm going to learn more during this video cast. The second question is, what games do you play? That Jess has already answered.
I've already answered this. Sorry.
But yeah, your journey with Bungie. What are the games that you play that are developed by Bungie, and what makes them stand out for you?
Yeah, so this is the portion of the stream where I basically start turning into an absolute nerd about Destiny.
Go for it. I'm ready.
I've been playing Destiny.
Do you have a nerd alert on your soundboard? Can we have a nerd alert?
I don't, unfortunately. I should have prepared one.
Okay.
But I've been playing Destiny for 7 years. So Destiny 1 originally, which came out in 2014, and then Destiny 2, which came out about 4 years later. And yeah, so that's a long time to be dedicated to a single game. And I remember back when Destiny 1 first came out, so this was I think when they announced it, it was the first year of the previous generation consoles, so Xbox One and stuff. And I remember playing the beta with one of my mates for Destiny 1, and we just got hooked, like absolutely hooked. And yeah, it's kind of fast forward to now. I'm still playing Destiny 2. I am taking a little bit of a break from it at the moment because Destiny 2 is a live service game, so there's stuff going all the time. But like any game, at some points you do need to take little breaks from it and just kind of refresh yourself and then go back in. And that's how it's been with me playing Destiny for 7 years. I'm just coming off the back of the longest stint I've ever had playing Destiny, which was when Beyond Light came out in November last year. Well, I think it was November. And then up until like literally a week or two ago.
But you haven't stopped gaming, have you? You're still gaming.
I'm still gaming, but I'm playing other stuff and that. So I'm not very good at playing multiple games at the same time. So being dedicated to Destiny, it's very difficult when you're trying to play something else. It's healthy to take some breaks. But yeah.
Okay, so what's been your favorite thing about Destiny? Is there any moment or any just part? What is it that draws you to Destiny? Why Destiny, Adam? Why?
My favorite thing about Destiny is probably what many people's favorite thing will be about when Bungie first developed Halo as well, and that's the gunplay. Bungie with Destiny has some of the best gunplay, most satisfying gunplay in any game that you might play for any first-person shooter. It's just so satisfying, and you can end up feeling so powerful doing it that yeah, it's brilliant. It's the thing that hooks you in. Like if you're gonna get hooked into that game, and you might have other elements like the story and the grind or the sandbox and stuff that hooks you in as well. But the gunplay alone, that's what gets you. And so yeah, I think if there was one thing I had to pick, that, and then second is story, more so over the last couple of years. And yeah.
Nice.
You kept that quite short and sweet, actually.
Thank you. I'm being quite controlled today.
You did, yeah, you did well.
And you are very.
There's a lot I could say, but I
Very
will not
calm.
take over the stream. So I'm just going to sit back and eloquently put out my thoughts. Thank you.
I have
Back
one
to
more
you
question
in the
for
studio.
you, though. Well, back to you in your studio, because I have one more question. How much Destiny merch do you have?
Not loads, actually. I don't have a huge amount. What I can tell you, I need to look it up online quickly. I can't tell you how much time I've put into Destiny over the years. So I'll do
Oh my
that
god, yeah,
later.
please do it.
But the merch-wise, not loads. I reckon I have a few T-shirts. I do have a few pop vinyls, couple K6 pop vinyls. I do have the Grimoire over here as well.
There we go. Here.
Which actually was a present from this team. So,
cute.
So yeah, that is the volume 1 of the Grimoire. So that is the lore to Destiny. So there is a huge story to Destiny 2 itself and the original Destiny. But then over the years, a lot of it is buried deep within these lore entries that you can find throughout the game. And yeah, so if you really want to be a massive nerd of that sort of stuff, you can really dive in and kind of explore the history and these kind of little stories that you wouldn't know otherwise.
That's interesting. I like that. I like that I like when there's a lore involved, whatever it is, whether it's a franchise, a game, series, whatever it is, when you've got that world and the morality systems and why people do what they do, why everything exists, how it exists. I like it a lot.
Yeah. What I will do now, I'll let you move on to someone else, but I will look up how much time I've wasted on Destiny.
Please
That'll
do.
be interesting. It will be
Please
interesting.
do. Jess, take us through your Destiny.
So I've already talked about the other bits, so I focus on Destiny 2, but I started up after I joined this, the Microsoft team that I'm not a part of now. I was going to say this team, but I'm not part of you guys anymore. But when I joined the Microsoft Field team, I was playing with Josh, Matt, and Adam on Destiny, and that's when I first got into it. I think it was November when Beyond Light just first came out. So it was like a really good time to sort of jump in because everything had sort of been refreshed. But
you did the stream, didn't you? You did one of the 5 festive streams because that was Destiny, and you did it. Yeah, I remember. Please continue.
Times. But yeah, I enjoy it a lot. I have no idea what's going on most of the time, which is why we have our resident person that knows everything. Because I'll be playing and I have no idea what it is that I'm meant to be doing. And I think that's my only gripe with Destiny is the fact that because there's new stuff coming out all the time, I look at my quest log and I'm like, I have no idea what it is that I'm meant to be doing. I've got no idea. There's no linear pattern. So I think I've missed a lot of stuff. The whole Cade 6 thing, which I'm still not okay about. I will forever keep my Cade cape and just keep it forever. I kind of missed all of that story and I still haven't done it. I don't know whether I still can. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not very linear. So it's kind of one of those where you jump in and then you do all the stuff that's just been added because stuff's been added all the time. But it's that element of being able to play it with your mates that I enjoy so much. And yeah, there's the story behind it as well. But it's just such a great game to play with your mates. So that's why I like it so much. And I can't aim at all. So talking about how great the guns are, I mean, it means nothing to me, but I'll run in there with a sword. So
I've watched Jess play PvP. She is correct.
I can't do PvP. Gambit, I'm all right with because it's mostly PvE. But
I have some figures for you.
Should we get on the fact bus? Hang on. Get back on the bus, guys. Do it properly. Okay, we're in the bus.
Okay, cool.
Facts.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right, okay. So have a guess. How many hours do you reckon I've put into Destiny 2? Just Destiny 2. So, yeah.
I mean, it's got to be way over the thousands. Because if you spend 70 hours in one game and that's a normal story game, there's way more than that, and there's other stuff that you can do as well. So gotta be more than 1,000.
Let's all put a number in we're counting the jelly beans in a jar. I'm gonna say 907.
Oof.
Cool.
I know I'm wrong, but I'll start low.
I'll go 800.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with 1,300.
Okay, so Jess is way over optimistic.
Oh!
Hannah and Matt, you're actually quite close. So, in Destiny 2 only, I've put in 870 hours.
Who's closest? Is that me? Did I win?
So you'd be closest. Yeah, you 907. Did you say?
Yeah.
In total, so across Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, I've done 1,217 hours.
So I was close to that.
But
that's what Jess is talking about.
One of my best mates, who I play Destiny with a lot and have been playing Destiny with since it originally came out, in Destiny 2 alone, he has done 1,868 hours of playtime, which is insane.
Wow.
If you add that to Destiny 1 as well, it's a total of 2,707 hours, which is mental.
My gosh.
So yeah, that is when I say I'm actually just an average Destiny fan. So,
yeah.
When I compare it to
in fact, you don't even like it, so
you can proper pump some time into that game. It's ridiculous.
I was just about to say that just goes to show how much playability it has and how much content has been added into it. The fact that you can put that many hours in,
yeah.
Before we go to Matt, what would you say for anyone who hasn't played Destiny? Jess and Adam, what would you say? Would you say play it? Why?
Find someone that knows what they're doing, and then they can explain everything to you.
Good advice. Good advice.
So, Destiny 2 technically is a free-to-play game. So the base part of it is free-to-play. So you can jump in. They have a new light kind of campaign experience, which kind of shows you the ropes of what to do, and gives you some kind of story beats to catch up on where you are in the game and stuff as well. So you can just jump into it for free if you just want to try it out. They then have the expansions. So yes, it can be a bit daunting with the story and what's going on. They do make that a bit better with the new light kind of starting thing to kind of give you the gist. But as Jess says, if you have got a friend who has been playing it for a while, they can bring you up to speed. Because it can be a bit daunting otherwise. But yeah, I'd say just jump in, just give it a go. If you haven't given it a go at all, it's free. You don't have to buy any of the expansions or anything like that. But if you find that you really like it, then you can look at expansions and that sort of thing. But yeah, just give it a go.
I just noticed that Walkie has said that Nolan North is in it, and now I'm like, is he? Who's he?
Yeah, I love Nolan North.
He's Ghost. He's the voice of Ghost, your little kind of friend that hovers here.
That's cool. Did not know that. Probably should have recognised his voice, but hey ho.
Well, you didn't recognise the voice of Master Chief. And then we'll move on to...
I will just segue over here now.
Fun fact, fact with Nolan North, he also, so someone else voiced Cade Six throughout his time. But in the Forsaking expansion, which, spoiler warning, is when Cade Six as the character unfortunately passes away. In that particular expansion, Nolan North voiced Cade Six for that one expansion. So,
I believe it was Nathan Fillion who was Cade Six before.
One. Yeah. So yeah, just for that one,
you guys.
Nolan North did duties.
Yeah, I'm still not okay about Cade. Like,
they're still not okay.
I haven't. I still don't think I've even played the bit where he's in it. Like, I just got his death, so I was like, great, okay, I've not experienced this character. Great, cool. Sad.
Well, for anyone who hasn't played Destiny, really sorry about that, because now you know exactly what happens to certain characters.
I mean,
it's a couple years old.
It.
Matt.
Shall I catch up with chat first before we carry on? Because chat, there's stuff going on in chat, and I'm because I can't put it up. I feel like we should address them and make sure they're okay. So, Loro would just like to point out that Adam. Well, actually, first he would like to point out that nobody knows their left from their right, because when we got on the bus, we couldn't differentiate where the right. Yeah. But then he mentions that he's very surprised that Adam was very controlled during his Destiny chat, and he would like to clap in chat. So that's what he would like to say for that. We've also had a hello from Jamie Selby, who we've not seen for a while, and he said he's got a surprise for us in the next couple of weeks for this channel, he said. So that's interesting. They've all guessed. Wookie Webster guessed that you were 572 hours of play. Lawrence guessed 2,500 hours of play.
Me, so I feel good about that.
Yeah. And then obviously we had Nolan North, and the fact that it was Peter Dinklage who was going to start with Destiny 1 as the voice of
he did,
Ghost.
The first year of Destiny, it was Peter Dinklage who voiced it, but then as it became more of a live service game, Peter Dinklage, of course, is a very in-demand actor. So that's when they switched it to Nolan North, and they had to re-record all the lines as well with Nolan North.
Yeah, I read about that. And then Mike Marcus just popped in and said hello as well. Just so let that everybody. Hey, Mike.
There was like another really high caliber actor that was voicing one of the characters that may have also had a very bad death, and I cannot remember who it is.
There's someone, I can't remember who it is, but there's a character called Mind Blank.
The Traveler? Not the Traveler. The Speaker. The Speaker!
The Speaker's not around anymore either. So
no, the Speaker was like a really, really high caliber actor as well, though.
Wasn't that Bill Nye?
Yes.
Bill Nye was the Speaker, and I believe Zavala.
I just know something more than what Adam knows.
Great. I'm enjoying all these facts on Fact Bus, guys. This is brilliant. Bill Nye, what?
Yeah, great actor, by the way.
Amazing actors.
Anyway, sorry, we digress.
There's a lot of amazing actors, but there's also a really amazing game developer company called Bungie, and they don't just make Destiny, even though we have Destiny fans here. They make other games too. Matt, tell us about your game journey with Bungie games and what these games mean to you.
So, I'm an old man, right? So, 20 years ago, there was an Xbox that was released by a company called Microsoft, and it was a very big box, and I enjoyed it, and it was very good. However, the game that I played first and made me fall in love with Xbox and the game and Bungie as a whole was Halo Combat Evolved. I bought this box, so I was used to buying other consoles. My first ever console was a Sega Master System with the big sort of blocky thing, right? It was
not the Dreamcatcher.
No, not the Dreamcatcher. No. And obviously, cartridges, and I played a game called Snail Trail. That was my my first ever game on a console. So I was a console player from then, but then Xbox came out. And purely I became a fan was because of, as Adam said, the gunplay, this first-person experience on this box that was amazing, right? So then I was brought up to speed with current gen console at the time, Halo 1, Halo 2, fell in love with them both. The characters, they use the same actors. As we know, we were talking before about the cast, but they use the same actors across all of their games as well. They've used Nathan Fillion in Reach and other games. So they keep using it. So it's all of that kind of stuff that they use. And then the 360 came out. And I was like, I'm going to buy it because I love an Xbox. But then Halo 3. And that's when everything changed, because I wasn't just invested in the game and the console and the way it played. It introduced me to competitive multiplayer. And I would play with my friends and some not friends. And we would have, some battles online. I fall in love with the maps, and just having that kind of community-driven play with people I've never met before was a brand new experience for me. And as I said before, I was traveling around the country doing entertainment, so I was never in the same place for longer than 3 years tops. So I just have my console, and I could just connect it to the internet, and away I would go. And it was always a Bungie game that led the forefront, and being Halo. And then same with Destiny, that came out. I played that to death for the content, the story for Destiny and Destiny 2. I bought that when it first came out, but then got reintroduced by meeting all of these lovely people, and then being put into a pandemic, and then we're going to play a game together. And it was Destiny 2, and I fell in love with it again. I'm not as hardcore a fan as Adam, but I do like to pick it up every now and again, play with my friends, and just have fun time. So not only was it prevalent for the Xbox being a big part of my console gamer life, Bungie was there from day one, from the moment that I remember it, like proper remember being, this is what I like to do in my spare time. Day one, Xbox and Bungie with Combat Evolved. And yeah, so that's me, full stop. And yeah, big fan, massive fan.
Destiny and Halo, is there anything that you see that crosses between the two, that you can tell it's the same game developers that have developed?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So the gunplay is a big one. The gunplay, as Adam said, is a big one. It's just it's unrivaled. And the thing I like about Destiny as well is they bring in more weapons. Whereas before you've got if you're into that sort of linear story driven, this is the lore, these are the weapons, then times that by 100, and you've got Destiny with all the different variants and all the different kind of perks and things that you can add to it. So they've taken elements of Halo's gunplay and put that into Destiny. The vehicles, massive fan of the vehicles and in everything that they do. So we've got, he showed the grimoire. Can I show something?
Yeah.
They're all blurred, right? They're all blurred, right?
Yeah.
So this here is all my merch. My favorite from Halo. So obviously the Ghost. That's my favorite vehicle from Halo. That, and I hope Adam will back me up, is very similar to the Sparrow and how the Sparrow flies around. And so all that kind of mechanics that they've had and were staples in the Halo franchise have just ported straight over. And they've made them better in some aspects as well.
And they're two really important elements for multiplayer. You need good vehicles and you need good weapons. You have to.
Yeah.
Anything else from you guys in terms of like Bungie as a whole and what makes it iconic? What makes it an iconic game developer that you can see throughout different franchises?
No.
Without me going nerdy into Destiny more so, like I think because that's the interesting thing about Bungie as well, because we mentioned like there were some games that they made pre-Halo and stuff like that, but then beyond that, they've been very much a dedicated developer to what they are doing at that time. It was for a time it was all Halo, and that was what Bungie did, and then they moved to Destiny, and granted, the company itself has expanded, so they're not under a publisher anymore. They're publishing themselves, and they are expanding massively. And they are apparently they are working on an all new game, which is currently unknown as to what that would be in the future and stuff. And they're working on other avenues for entertainment and that sort of thing. So it's quite impressive to see how much they've grown from what was really another very talented studio, to now becoming kind of this massive force in the gaming industry, on a par with things like Blizzard and that sort of thing. Because granted, they've been working mostly on one game, but they're still this huge force that can do a lot and do a lot as well, as I'm pretty sure Hannah will mention in a moment. But yeah,
and it's the way to do it. If you can take over the world with this one title, that everybody plays and everybody knows, then you just think, my God, what's coming next? Like, whatever comes next, it's going to be big. It's going to be massive. So it'd be really, really cool to see what comes next. Do you want some more facts?
Yeah, let's get on the bus.
On the bus. On the fat bus, girl, on the fat bus, girl, on the fat bus. Right, well. Okay, let's have a few facts because Adam said Bungie as an organisation, they have a really cool kind of vision for what they do. So they do a lot of charity work. If you did not know this, did you know?
They've got a whole foundation, haven't they?
They do. Yes, it's called the Bungee Foundation, and it's just bungiefoundation.net if you want to go and see all about it. And it's a non-profit organisation, which is awesome that it's non-profit, so they don't make a profit from it. And their vision, they've got a few visions. So they do a lot of natural disaster relief effort, which is like one section, which is really, really cool. And they have a team of volunteers to help with that. And then they provide entertainment for kids who are hospitalised, because they have a vision that entertainment is a vital part of a healing process and for everyone's well-being and general kind of just wellness. It's good that you can be distracted from certain things. So they provide different devices and different things for kids who are hospitalized so that they can escape from that reality, which is so cool. So I'm going to clap them right here, right now. But yeah, is there anything else you've got to say about the Bungee Foundation, Adam? Anything else?
Yeah, so it's a very cool thing. It's something that they put a lot of focus on throughout the year because Destiny itself has this massive community of players who the kind of foundation of that is just talking to each other and then feedback as well on how the game is going and things they want to see fixed and things they want to see different and that sort of thing. But then the charity stuff does come up at various points throughout the year. And as Matt already mentioned earlier, this past Thursday was Bungie Day for no reason other than it was the 7th. And Bungie have a thing to do with 7s. So they started a new campaign for the Bungee Foundation, whereby they're raising more money. I think they want to raise 77,000 or something like that. Funnily enough, it's more 7s.
Lucky numbers.
777,000 is their goal to raise.
Awesome.
But what they do quite cool, every time they do one of these campaigns, they link it up with Destiny 2, so you can actually get in-game items just for being nice and donating some stuff. So they have, at the moment, they've got 2 different emblems on offer, depending on how much you donate. There's an exclusive ghost shell that you can use, and there's a tiny tank emote, which is quite literally like an RC racing tiny tank that you're just controlling, and it's just moving around and it explodes. So, so you get some cool exclusive in-game stuff, and you get to feel good about the fact that you've actually done something nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's something that, as I say, they do throughout the year at various points, and the community always jumps up to it and smashes whatever target they've got. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we have absolutely smashed this video cast. We're on time as well, which is really cool. We've been on the fat bus. Do we have anything else in chat, Matt?
No, we've just got Guy who's jumped in and said, hey. So, hey, Guy, how you doing? We had another actor that voices another character in Destiny. So, Lance Riddick plays Zavala. He's also been in other games like Quantum Break. And he is going to star in the Resident Evil live-action TV show, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, that's about it for chat. Just one thing I've got to say as well, the 7 thing. There's one thing I remember about Halo 3. Obviously, July 7th was Bungie Day. It was an achievement that you had to do in Halo 3. That it was enter any ranked game or social game online, and it was the one that I remember trying to do, and then failing miserably until I changed the clock on my Xbox. It was. Enter a ranked or social playlist with 7 XP on the 7th of the month.
So there's a thing with 7.
Yeah.
I think we need to find out what this
random
is.
Thing.
Yeah. To find out.
And it was the one achievement that stuck out.
That's wicked. I'd love to know more. Bungie, tell us, what is your affinity with 7? What does it mean? What does it mean? Jess, the one and only
I'm
world's
looking up to see whether
Intel
I can
trainer.
find it.
Do you have anything else from you before we sign off?
No, it's just I was gonna say about the whole like tie into charity, the fact that they've got like in-game things, like it's just so cool. Yeah, it's really cool to be able to see, like you say, a company like that that's a force to be reckoned with, doing such good stuff as well, and like making people's lives better. Like it's really cool to see.
And I guess that's why we're doing a Bungie showcase, because they're the complete package. Complete package. Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you to our formidable guests, to Jessica Jane and Adam Schofield. Thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. And we know you've taken time out of your very busy schedules to be here and talk to us and educate me and everybody else. And thank you to the chat for everyone who's watched and who's had to put up with our crazy technological difficulties. Really appreciate you. You're the best. And Matt, thank you so much for co-hosting.
Thank you for having me.
What
I enjoyed being Tom today.
Oh, but you were Matt. You were Matt.
Oh, sorry, I was Matt. Yeah.
You're Matt. Because Tom doesn't read out the chat. He leaves that to me. So no, I'm joking. Yeah, and then I was here and I did some stuff too. And thank you for getting on the fat bus. That's going to be new, and I'm going to bring that back next week. I don't care what anyone says. We're going on the bus. But
do we need to make another fact bus jingle?
Oh, yes, so good. All aboard, fat bus. That's what it should be.
Yeah, love that.
Okay, we'll do it. But in terms of what we're doing, we are on Easy Live tomorrow on Facebook, and it's myself and Greg Proctor, and we'll be taking you through some cool Surface Duo series called In the Balance that's been dropped by Microsoft UK. And then Expert Zone Level Up is Wednesday. I don't know who's on it. Oh, it's Matt. Matt's on it. I know who's on it. Matt's on it. Matt's on it with a mystery guest.
It's me.
Playing Fallout, right?
Playing Fallout. Yeah. So I've played Fallout. I've played all the Fallout games apart from one. So I thought, how interesting would it be if I experienced the only one I've never played live on stream? No, it's not 76. It's 4.
Oh,
Fallout
4's
4.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Never played it
too. Piper. It's really good. It's really good. It's good. Okay, well, we'll see you there in all the right places at all the right times. And thank you guys for watching, and take care of yourselves, and go to Bungee Foundation and see all the good stuff they're doing. Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ra, bye. I don't know. Okay, we'll do it one by one because I don't know.